If you want to improve your photography, you need to follow these 3 basic rules. And trust me, you do not want to ignore these. Hi, I'm Pete Mellows and I love photography. And I love photography so much that I'm always looking for a way to improve. Now, I've been using a camera since I was 9 years old. And that doesn't mean that I've been a photographer since then. I've been a photography enthusiast. It's only over the last 5 to 10 years that I've really taken charge of my own personal development. And even then, it's not until the last probably 3 or 4 years that I've had the courage to admit that I am actually a photographer. I'm going to cover my 3 main photography rules, and I'm going to give you a bonus rule at the end of this video. Do not, under any circumstances, ignore the obvious shot. You know the one, you've been researching online, you've seen the photos of the area, and when you rock up, you've parked the car, you've gone to the main lookout or whatever it is, that photo is spread out right in front of you. And you think, well, how obvious is that? Everybody's going to take this picture. Take the shot. First up, you don't know if there's going to be any other photograph that you can take. So at least you'll have one in the bag. And secondly, when you first rock up to a place, you've got all of these things going on around you. If you take a photo straight away, you've already got your creative juices flowing. And then you can start looking around for more. Do not, under any circumstances, take the photo and move on. There is nothing worse than tourists who come in, click the shutter, check the place off a list, get in the car and move on. As a photographer, it makes my blood boil, it really does. And not because they're doing anything wrong, it's just they're missing out. Just barging in and clicking off those shots, it's going to get you a bunch of photos to say that you actually visited a place, but it isn't going to do anything for your photography. If you sit and relax, maybe grab a drink, sit with your family, take the time to sit and look around, and then you can see over there, there's a photo I might like to take, or over there, way off in the distance, if I get my long lens out, I might be able to get a good shot there. But if you've just walked in, done a quick assessment and gone click here and click there, you've missed out so much that you haven't even got an appreciation for the place. If you've got family or friends with you, sit with them and just talk about what you love about the place or don't like, because even that can make a very good photo. But if you talk about how you feel about the place that you're visiting, that gives you a little bit more insight into the photograph that you can take and how to take it. It's the way you take that shot that conveys the emotion that you're feeling. And I can tell you now, if you've just walked in with that checklist, then all I'm going to feel from your photographs is that you were busy, you were in a rush, you just wanted to get it done. And they might be nice photographs, but they're not going to convey how you were feeling. Taking that time to breathe in the environment will do wonders for your photography. Do not, under any circumstances, think that you've nailed the shot. Now, you may have nailed that shot, but you have not nailed the photograph that you want to take. Even if you've taken the time to look around and you've seen the photos that you want to take from that spot that you were sitting in, there are still so many other photographs to take. And the best way to do that is to get up, move around, look at the main subject from a completely different angle. You'll be really surprised at the different context that that subject sits in. Now, if I hadn't have moved and taken a look around, I would never have seen this picture. This is absolutely stunning. Moving around may or may not get you a good shot, but one thing is absolutely certain. If you don't, you could miss out on an opportunity for a brilliant shot and you would never know it. One of my favourite photos from when I went to Europe was I got to the Trevi Fountain, and it was kind of the middle of the day, so it was pumping. And you absolutely know that getting a photograph of the Trevi Fountain with nobody in it is nigh on impossible. I went around the other side. I got a little bit of the Trevi Fountain in and got all the people behind. And for me, that gives me a memory of the exact experience of the Trevi Fountain. Putting someone in front of something and trying to ignore everybody else, that's not a memory. That's a portrait. A memory of where you're going conveys exactly what you're feeling at the time. So take the time to move around, look at things from a completely different angle. You will not be disappointed, I guarantee it. One of the other things you can do while you're moving around is change your photographic technique as well. Change the style of the photo, because it's the style of the photo also that conveys that emotion. Maybe this particular circumstance says, I need dark and moody. When there's clouds and mist and rain coming in, you really want to expose those shadows as best you can, because then you're able to separate those out in post when you're at home. If conditions are extremely bright and contrasty, maybe think about going black and white. Maybe think about doing a long exposure in a bright day by getting out your ND filters. These are things that can really make or break a photograph. And if you don't take the time to consider these options, then again, you're missing out. This video is about getting the best photographs, not just getting a photograph. You should be throwing everything in your arsenal to getting the best shot. And I guarantee that when you get home, it's going to be one of those experiments that you're looking at and going, well, hang on, actually, this is really cool. This really says what I was feeling. And now for my bonus rule. You should absolutely, under every circumstance, stay as long as you can. No matter where you go, you should allocate enough time. Enough time to experience everything. Enough time to photograph everything at every angle. If you're with family and friends, make sure that you give yourself enough time to spend those minutes or hours with them as well as taking photographs. You can do both if you have enough time. There is nothing worse than not having enough time to get the photographs that you want, because when you get home, you'll be regretting that every time you get those photos out.